What's up, everybody? Welcome to Kidney Kinetics, where learning is made easy. Today, we're going to discuss a general overview of the vestibulospinal tract. So, let's go. Y'all, let's dive into the spinal tract. So, before we get into the vestibulospinal tract, I'm going to do a quick overview of the nervous system. Within the body, you have peripheral nerves that sends and receive signals to and from the central nervous system. The central nervous system is comprised of the brain and spinal cord, and we're going to break it down a little further. As you can see here, we have cross sections of the spinal cord, medulla, pons, midbrain, and cerebrum. The vestibulospinal tract is a part of the indirect motor pathways, which also include the cerebrospinal and reticulospinal tract. These tracts send nerve impulses from the brainstem to cause automatic movements and help coordinate body movements. The vestibulospinal tract is responsible for activating extensor and postural muscles of the head, neck, trunk, and extremities in the body. The vestibulospinal tract receives its input from the vestibular system and cerebellum. Here you see images of the vestibular apparatus as well as a cross-section of the cerebellum. Within the medulla is the lateral and medial vestibular nuclei. Information from the vestibular system will synapse on the medial and lateral vestibular nuclei. The cerebellum will send its information to the medial and lateral vestibular nuclei as well. If the information pertains to the extensor and postural muscles of the extremities and trunk, it will go to the thoracic or lumbar spinal cord. The vestibulospinal tract is located in the anterior aspect of the spinal cord. The information from the vestibular system and cerebellum synapse on the medial vestibular nuclei and send the motor information down the cervical spinal cord. Here it travels through the vestibulospinal tract to synapse with the motor neurons in the ventral horn here. These motor neurons head out to extensor and postural muscles of the head and neck. The cerebellum and vestibular system sends its information to the lateral vestibular nuclei. This motor information travels down the spinal cord and through the vestibulospinal tract to synapse with motor neurons in the ventral horn. The cerebellum and vestibular system sends its information to the lateral vestibular nuclei, depicted in purple here. This motor information travels down the spinal cord and through the vestibulospinal tract to synapse with motor neurons in the ventral horn, depicted in green here. Here the motor neurons will activate the extensor and postural muscles of the extremities and back, such as the gluteus maximus, hamstrings, and erector spinae. Alright guys, let's recap the steps of the vestibulospinal tract. Number 1. Information about angular and linear acceleration from the vestibular system and proprioceptive information from the cerebellum send signals to the medial and lateral vestibular nuclei. Number 2. This signal descends down through the brainstem and travels through the vestibulospinal tract within the spinal cord. Number 3. The signal synapses with motor neurons in the ventral horn and activate extensor and postural muscles in the cervical and lumbar spine. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, and leave comments. Tune into my next video, where we will take a deeper look at the vestibulospinal tract. Thanks for watching.